Isaiah chapter 9 verse 6. For unto us a child is born, and to us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulder, and his name shall be called Wonderful Counselor, the Mighty God, the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace. Before that point, Isaiah made it known in the book of Isaiah chapter 7 verse 14 that a virgin will conceive and will bring forth a child. It means therefore that the birth of Jesus was foretold long ago. Is that right? In fact, Isaiah made mention of the birth of Jesus for I think about 500 to 700 years before he was given birth to. So it was foretold. There is a mystery behind it, but that is not where we're going to dwell today. If you read the book of Matthew chapter 1, chapter 2, it probably tells us about the birth of Jesus. And then Luke chapter 2 verse 1 to 7 did the same thing. But this morning I will be talking about celebrating my Lord. There are a lot of reasons why I will want to celebrate my Lord. A lot of reasons why I will want to celebrate my Lord. Suddenly on a particular day, it was just dawned on me that I've not really celebrated my Lord in a long while. And then suddenly I remember the kisses. Pay attention. I remember the kisses. I remember the hugs. I remember all of that. And then suddenly I remember all the sweet fellowship we've had together. I remember those times. And then I remember the holding of hands me and my Lord we've had in time past, either walking on the street, around the shopping complexes, Grand Square and all of that, within the neighborhood, the holding of hands. And then suddenly, I remember all the several warm embraces we've had in time past. The warm embrace, the very warm embrace, that sometimes I will not want to let go of my hands, just a warm embrace. And equally, I remember the love in his eyes or in her eyes towards me. Is someone with me in church this morning?
Yes.
The love in his eyes, that anytime he looks at me, instead of me seeing somebody that is angry at me, all I see per time is a love in his eyes. And the love in his eyes cannot be compared to any other love. Wow, celebrating my Lord. And this is what I must do. I remember the love flowing from his eyes. I remember those times I've had cause to rest my head on his chest, just to relax after all the troubles of the day, after all the commotion and the confusion in life. I remember the times I will just have cause to just lay my head on his chest. And in the course of doing that, sometimes because of the pains I've been through in life, because of the troubles I've been through in life, I don't even know when tears occasionally drop from my eyes, right on his shoulder, and still he will hold me. Occasionally, the tears will drop, celebrating my Lord. I'm telling you why we are here this morning. Hallelujah.
Amen.
I remember the good time we have spent together. Those times I've made him to cry. The times I've made him to cry. How many of us know that Jesus, Jesus, well, at least we've seen it in the Bible, Jesus wept. We've seen that. We've seen that in the scripture. But many times I've even made him to cry. By the way I respond to certain things, to his love, to his call, to anything. Somehow I've made him to cry in time past. So I remember, and I think there is need for me to celebrate my Lord.
Yeah.
I remember the wrongs I've done that he actually overlooked. The wrongs I've done that he actually overlooked. He waived them as if they never occurred. The wrongs, he overlooked all of them. Overlooked all my wrongs. All of my mistakes that he has taken time to ignore. And he didn't even behave to me as if those things actually happened. My mistakes he overlooked. He just overlooked them and will still tell me, Dele, I love you. My son, I love you. If I think of all of this, then I should be thinking of doing what? Celebrating my Lord. Is someone still in church this morning?
Yes, sir.
I remember those times I was so weak. No one to hold me. No one to run to. No one to care for me. And then suddenly he will come around and strengthen my weakness. And within great joy will well up. Joy that is not dependent on the amount of money I have in my bank account. Joy that is not dependent on my material acquisition. All I've acquired. But it will come, strengthen me from within. When I think of all of this, I think there is need for me to celebrate my Lord. Is someone with me in the house?
Yes, sir.
And then suddenly, having sat down, all these memories did something for me. They triggered my search for a love song. All of these memories triggered the search for a love song. And then suddenly I scrabbled through all the CDs in the house. What did they use that time? Is it turntable? What did they call that plate? That they will remember very well. Is it turntable? It's turntable. That after you put it, you will carry the tape, put it on the head, and God save you if the music refuse to play. There's a kind of voice you'll be hearing. Hallelujah. So when I think of all of this, I have to go all out searching for a song to sing. I search all through the CDs in search of a love song. But in the course of doing that, do you know what I realized? I realized that playing a love song to him will not make me real. Because the lyrics of those songs, they are not actually mine. They may look true, very true, but they are not actually mine. Even if I need to adopt them, the voice my Lord will be hearing, it's not actually my voice. And then suddenly I realized I love the lyrics, but I must add my own voice. Is someone with me in the house?
Yes, sir.
And that is why coming into his presence this morning, if for nothing, I will just feel like singing to my Lord in my own voice. Is someone falling in love already?
Yes.
Then on the day of celebration, today being the 25th of December, do you know what happened? I woke up very early. I made preparation just to ensure that when I come in contact with my Lord, I will kneel before him and give him a warm embrace and thank him. Say thank you for loving me the way you do. And that should be the kind of heart everyone in the house this morning should have. Because of the truth, your righteousness is not what has kept you to this time. Only His love. Many times we've made errors, we've made mistakes, we've fumbled, and we know it. Either as pastors, as ministers, as workers, and congregation members. But most times He will overlook our wrong and still give us warm embrace. And many times we are not looking for Him. That is the truth. He's always the one in search of us. And that is why He said in His word, you have not chosen me, but I have chosen you. Meaning that we are actually not the one in search of Him. He's actually the one in search of us. So in spite of my wrong, in spite of my mistakes, He still loves me. And that is the essence of celebrating Him today. That is the essence of celebrating Christmas. And the essence of celebrating Christmas to believers is to let Him know, Lord, for loving me the way you do. I'm here to show appreciation. I'm here to tell you, Lord, thank you for loving me the way you do. Celebrating my Lord. I'm here to say how much I love